Hi everybody. Hi everybody. What's shaking? Guess who forgot their tripod today? This guy. So you're welcome to tune off for shaky video, or this can be the most amateur, greatest broadcast ever. So what's up? What's up, Dean? What's up, vlogging everything, Dean? Josh, what's up? Yeah, I'm gonna be hand camming it for, so pretend like I'm a soccer dad, watching a live broadcast from my soccer dad, or putting the camera down. So this guy takes a special kind of stupid to forget their tripod. Actually, what happened is my tripod was in my truck. I brought it inside with full intention of putting it in the van, since I have my sister's car for the week. But I got distracted trying to bring a bunch of coolers because of how hot and humid it is. I wanted to get plenty of water, so I focused on that and forgot the tripod. So I think that one's on me. So this guy is a genius. Hey, vlogging everything. Thanks so much for tuning in. Can you believe it's been a month? Can you believe it's been a month? Thank you, Dean. What's up, Josh? I know, Josh, I'm disappointed as well. You are certainly right to be disappointed. I've asked for an assistant several times, but nobody wants to do it for free yet. Just yet. So check out the A220-300. What's up, Marco? Hey, remember remember Dreamweaver, the lazy butt new broadcast? This could be it, because I have no tripod. I looked for it in the van. I swore I put it in. Maybe it was maybe what I did is I turned on the van to cool it off. So vlogging everything for the Lens Fund. Thanks so much for the £4 super chat, or €4. No, it is £4 super chat. Matthew, what's up? Matthew, I think you've got a knack for new routes. You should start reporting on new routes. What's up, Chantel? So I'm going to try and sit down on top of the table here, and that way I can sit down and also do the broadcast here. So we'll do this after the 220, the whale, takes off. Yep, 93 degrees. Just fantastic weather. Said no one. So my apologies. It is disappointment on my hand. It's like, you know, you forget stuff when you move cars, so. Thank you so much for the support, vlogging everything, Dean. That's very kind of you. Hopefully I can help you with any questions you have or advice on streaming out of lovely Dublin. Here comes AJD with his crazy locations. Okay, give me a second here, folks. I'm gonna try and sit on the table here. So give me just a minute. Since I was so smart to forget the tripod. We're like incredibly stupid. Oh. All right. Yeah, I think we can make something work out of this. Excuse the stupidity. And we're on the air. Whoops. What is that? What did I hit? There we go.
Just go down to Echo 7. For 1967 at Alpha.
Babak came back from San Francisco. Awesome, man. Good afternoon, Tom. I was smart today. I forgot my tripod, and it's only 30 miles away, and my parents are only 80 years old. So, Mom, if you see this and Dad's sleeping and you want to come bring the tripod, that would be great. If not, no biggie. I take the blame. That's right, Dave. The grass is green. The grass is green. I'll tell you what. I'll make it up for you. I'll make it up to each and every one of you. Let's go to Oklahoma City on Sunday or Wichita. Does that sound like a plan? A Sunday, Monday trip to Oklahoma City and Wichita. I think that's pretty fair. So yeah, I have full intention, unless something comes up, of going to Wichita. We couldn't go to Atlanta. Those bifocals, those progressive lenses are pretty expensive. But we have full intention. We can try and go to Oklahoma City or Wichita, Kansas. So how about that for a trade? Does that sound fair? So I'm thinking Sunday, Monday, and maybe Tuesday, and then I got to get my van back to my sister. So Dreamweaver, yeah, remember the what I called the lazy ass broadcast? Well, this is it. We'll pretend once a month. So I said to Dreamweaver, with it being so hot some days, sometimes I just want to watch planes land. And so I'm not going to move the camera at all or do anything. And so I decided to call it once a month the lazy ass broadcast, where I don't do anything and I just talk to you folks. So instead of constantly zooming back and forth, I'm going to create one zoom distance and keep it sedentary like that. Yep. Let the record show. That is affirmative. Josh, I love you. You're using your legalese. So yeah, that's my full intention, unless weather drowns us out. Sunday, Monday, so that's true. AJD, and we still have to do Shreveport because we raised enough money for that. And then I'm thinking San Antonio is still going to be on the 24th. What's up, Tommy? Marco's going to Dublin July 2nd. That's awesome, dude. Melanie, good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. I could set the camera on the car, Dave. The problem is there's no shade for that. And that's going to be an issue because my camera is going to get very hot. And so that's what I'm a little concerned about. So vlogging everything, good question. The headset that I use is it has an XLR input, so a male to female jack, and then also instead of a 3.5, it's got like a 1/4 inch. Tony, added to the travel fund. Thanks for the contribution, Tony. Thank you so much for the contribution. I feel like the luckiest man in the world. Thank you, Tony. Yep. So right now, Dave, I'm positioned here at Founders Plaza. There's about 3 different tables that have canopies on them. And Tom, thanks so much for the contribution. 4 months of being a first-class member. Thank you so much. So,
3794 connect push. Car Runway 36.
yeah, that's the downside, Dave, is because there's 3 canopies that are shaded, and I don't have an umbrella or any type of shade. Any BWE planes? Most likely, if it's BWE, it'll be landing on the east side, Melanie, from American Airlines.
Yeah, we are still waiting on numbers. 4111.
Thanks, Tony. You're probably going to regret it as soon as you did it because I forgot my tripod today because I switched cars to save money on gas. So my apologies in advance, and I'll make it up to you with a stream from Oklahoma City and a stream from Wichita. If we can make Wichita work. I know Oklahoma City is a lot easier. Stop that. I don't know why my menu's going haywire. Yes, good to hear from Bryce. That's nice of him. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. This is awful. I should have delayed the show an hour and just... But I was already 5 minutes late, and I'm like... And on top of that, Chick-fil-A wouldn't let me use the bathroom because she's like, I have to clean the bathroom. And I'm like, I know, can you let me use the bathroom? And she's like, no, I'm cleaning it. I'm like, I know, but I have to pee. And she's like, no, I'm cleaning the bathroom. Yep, 5,000. We are officially on the downhill, calling to 10,000. We're halfway there. And we've got 4 months, a little more than 4 months to get to 10,000. Yeah, Josh, it was kind of annoying. So, and I'm not going to... It was very infuriating, and so infuriating that I let the front desk or the front counter know about it as I, ran out of the restaurant to go talk on my stream. So, well, we'll see what happens, Tom. Weather is interesting. That's good to know. I do love Wichita, though. Yeah, I thought about that too, Dave. I was I'm just going to walk past you, and I'm going to close the stall door, and yeah. But I didn't want to get in trouble or whatever, so I was just like, okay. We're done here. We're done. AJD, you're probably right. You're probably right. What's up, F. Guerrero? From California. Here in Cali with my granddaughter Elise, watching your show. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much, Guerrero. F. Guerrero. Hey, what's up, Louie? Great to see ya. No worries, Tom. I know it's kind of last second. So we'll do Wichita again and make it happen. If nothing else, holding a camera for 3 or 4 hours, it'll make me extremely strong. Endurance. So, nice, Marco. Yeah, it's quite soupy today. Oh, look at that. We've got a 777 landing on the other side. Oh, and we got a Dreamliner on this side. Hello. Let's just pretend this is my first ever broadcast. You know? Be like, wow, look at those images, even with your first ever broadcast. What's up, Cougar Tracks? Congrats on 5,000. Can't stay, just popping in. Thank you so much, Cougar Tracks, for stopping by, hitting a like, and thank you so much. Nice. Yeah, the surplus sale. I'm disappointed I'll be missing out on that, but AJD said it happens every second, what is it, second Friday? Is that correct? I think it's second Friday. Now, if DFW hadn't put these fences in here, it wouldn't be an issue. But they also probably didn't plan on like people like Pip forgetting their tripod, so. What's up, Andy Lang? Great to see you. All the time, Dave. All the time. Especially when you come back from vacation, like, what? What did I order? Thank you, Tom. So yes, apologize to everybody who just logged in. I forgot my tripod, so I'm doing mobile cam right now. So I apologize for the. I'll do my best to minimize the shakiness, and not only that, I apologize to you profusely, and also give you an Oklahoma City and Wichita stream over the weekend, or maybe 2 Oklahoma cities. Tom says weather should be interesting, so we'll see. But yeah, I apologize I won't be able to get to Atlanta, but I had to buy glasses, and they had to buy bifocals. So, excuse me, I'm going to rest my camera here for a second. Again, I apologize profusely for getting the tripod. So we're just gonna point the camera this way. Actually, I think I can do that. Okay, and I'm gonna do something else too. All right, there we go. So it's on top of the, it is on top of the hotspot. So we've got a A321 arriving like that. This is so bad. But if you can laugh and put up with me, then you're one of the greatest people ever. So, thank you. Hey, big congratulations. I feel like I did this a couple weeks ago, and I did, but again, congratulations for Denver International Airport welcoming yet another airline to their fast-growing airport. Denver welcomed Turkish Airlines on, what was it, Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday, June 11th. So congratulations, Denver gets another one. And I know, you know what the funny thing is too with Denver? I know they've been lobbying hard for an African destination. A destination to Africa. So I think that's pretty interesting as well. Yeah, I'll have to zoom in and out at the touchdown zone. For sure, Dave. 100 degrees over the weekend. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm not in 100-degree heat. Here comes the Dreamliner. Listen to you. Listen to you, Andrew, with your bias against Denver. It wouldn't be because you're a Southwest dispatcher And Denver is like a giant mess, right? Is it? Tomorrow, I'm going to scout out a new location tomorrow. Whoops. There we go. So tomorrow I'm going to scout out a new location at a new airport, and I'm not going to tell you where. But I'm going to try and scout out a new location to see if it's a possibility. So we will see. I won't tell you where it is. It's a bit of a drive. But if we're able to do it, it will be very exciting. I'll say that much. Not a fan of microbursts? Yeah, I get that. So congratulations to AJD. He single-handedly, along with Cougar Tracks and Carly, funded a future live streaming trip to Shreveport, Louisiana. We will head to Shreveport hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Here comes an A321. There is not an umbrella in my car. I actually don't own an umbrella. And Dave, I'd have to get one of those I'd have to get one of those tents. I think would be like $150. So, I know it's disappointing, it's embarrassing, but it was either drive all the way back to the house for like 30 minutes or start the show only a couple minutes late. So I decided to start the show a couple minutes late, and I apologize in advance. Wow, Colin. Ouch, man. Just kicked me right in the stomach there. Ouch. Roasted me hard. What's up, Miss Wolves? Nice to see you. Nice to see this A321 fly by. If it wasn't for the fence, you know, it wouldn't be as big as an issue. Yeah, you'd probably, Andrew, if you started a pip spotting stream, you'd probably see a lot of shaking of head and things of that nature. So, so let me tell you what's next. I mean, on the plus side, my microphone is working. You want me to turn up the volume? Let's turn up the jam, pump up the jam. There we go. We'll turn up the jam for Dave, just so he can get his speakers to shake. Can you point at the runway and turn off autofocus so the fence disappears? I can try. I'll be happy to try, Dave. So I'm turning off autofocus. So I turned off the autofocus on the camera. There's another setting, I believe. No. Wait. Autofocus. Enable, disable. Okay. See if it works. No. Still there, Dave. So, I've got a couple of options. I can stay here, or I can go home, get the tripod, and be back by 6. I'm literally sweating through my shirt right now. But as AJD stuff happens, and you just push through. That's all you can do is push through, and I want to say thank you to Dean and Tony Servati for their contributions. Also thanking Tom for 4 months of membership. What's up, Brian Lloyd? Great to see you. Nice seeing you last night on Carolina's stream. I know of Oz. I always watch his show. And now that he's out of school, Tom, that makes sense. He's got a lot more free time. And he also hit puberty, which is cool. When I tuned into his stream, in like 4 months, he hit puberty. So that's a big deal. So, yeah, I noticed his voice change, and I was like, being a teenager again. So yeah, but Oz is out of school now, so. Hey, no problem, Dave. I love when you, no problem. I appreciate you trying to help. You know, it would help, too, if I actually did a good job, Dave, so. But this means I'll just have to be extra entertaining and educational today, which I can do. So let's talk about things. Let's talk about it. I know, Josh. It's true. It's true, and I guess Tom just said Oz is going to be on. Well, here's what I'll tell you. This is since this is going to be a little modified. Let's check out this UPS departure. That's right, static ports. I love it, AJD. So Oz is Oz Gaming 9, and I think is his official YouTube stream, Dave. But he's been streaming here actually longer than I have. So before I got here, it was just Walt and Oz. And I think Walt was probably the first to do it, and then it was Oz. And then I joined in. So he's like 15, 16-ish. Yep, Josh, Walt was on last night. I think Oz was on about the time I stopped broadcasting from Love Field. So. Oh, Qantas is inbound, so I will pay attention for that. Good to hear. Good to hear, Brian Lloyd. That's what the news we want to hear.
Figure 119 heavy, RNAV 2, B part 111, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 111, America 119 heavy, RNAV, B part. 2579, caution 130, 170 departure, parallel. UPS 154 heavy, some type of departure, good day.
Whoa, Brian Lloyd gifting 1 membership to Joe. Our friend Joe up in Minnesota. Joe's technically not on the stream, I think, because he's still on vacation. So thank you for your generosity, Mr. Brian Lloyd. And here's to continued quick recovery for your mother. I hope you're serious, Delta Alpha Lima, because I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best. Hey, if nothing else, at least the connection is pretty solid today. Yes, thank you so much, Brian. I did want to let you know that, yes, so if you missed the show on Tuesday night, AJD said he wanted me to do a live stream from Shreveport, and he contributed $25 to make that happen. So we're going to do it. No matter what happens, we are going to do a Shreveport show in the next month. So you can tune in, see what Louisiana is like. You can not tune in, but we're doing it. I like giving people what they want. Well, thank you, Delta Alpha Lima. I'm certainly trying my best here. I was a amateur cameraman. Dan Reeves, evening all from Leicester, excuse me. Good evening, Dan. Yep. Welcome in, Dan. Again, a big thank you to everybody for reaching the 5,000 subscriber plateau. Delta Alpha Lima, that means we are on the other side of hitting 10,000. So we're going to ramp things up here. Thank you, Tom. Let me put it this way. If any Tom Marchant sighting is appreciated. Can you use it for the OKC stream? Well, it's too late. We're doing Shreveport too. You asked for it as we check out Qantas here. The Roo. Thank you very much, Brian Lloyd. The Flying Roo. All right, I'm going to rest for a moment. It'll be like Halloween. One thing to give you an update on, we talked about Chicago. I did book a flight to Chicago for a couple weeks at the end of July, because also there is the possibility of going to EA Adventure. EA Adventure, or is it EA Adventure? Anyways, in Oshkosh. I'm waiting to hear back from my sister to see if she'll let me stay at her house in Chicago for a week. And then I'll be on the road. So I did book the flight. So I have full intentions, unless lodging is not available, of going to Chicago. So wanted to make you aware. And of course, don't forget, I think I can't speak for Carolina, but what's up, Jackson? Great to see you, bud. I forgot my tripod today, Jackson, so I failed, and I apologize. So I apologize, but yeah, DC. So I spoke with Carolina, as we've got a 777 inbound. Next. I know, Jackson. The only reason I forgot it is because I'm driving a different car today, and that's on me. Colin, you're busting me today. You're on me, man. Hey, what's up, Car Wash Channel? How's it going? Those kids are instant celebrities. Trying to stabilize it so I can get some grass for you, because people love grass. This is like the biggest C- stream ever. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that, like that, like that. Nope. The battery is on the right side, so. Okay, that's a little diagonal, but I still think that's pretty good. Oh my gosh. This is like when the Mavericks showed up in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. This is the equivalent. Jevin, are you ever happy? We're not allowed to be mad on this show. We only have happiness. I forgot my tripod, but I'm pretty happy today. So thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. This is what happens when you forget your tripod in a different car. So this is the Pipster's fault, so apologies. But, all right. Thanks, Tony. Thanks for your generous contribution, Tony. And we'll see you again, and hopefully we'll see you over the weekend, north in Oklahoma City, or winglets? No winglets. Winglets? No winglets. Jackson, I got here 30 minutes ago, so we've already seen Qantas, we've already seen UPS, we've already seen a couple of 777s. Lufthansa is delayed, so the A340 we'll be able to see. I think it's arriving around 5, according to our friend M&M Planespotting, Marky Mark. Shh. That's right, Tom. Thank you. Sharklets? No sharklets. Sharklets? No sharklets. Don't get me started, sir. All right, I'm gonna see if I can stabilize this. Nope. A little bit. Ah, there we go. Now it's stable. Now it's mostly centered. I put my phone under it too. So, before I got distracted, we are planning, we're going to Washington, D.C. in about 2 weeks now. and we will be there for a few days, more than a few days. And so we're going to try and stream at Gravelly Point, at Wash at DCA. We're going to try and stream at Dulles, and I think we might even try and stream at BWE. So Melanie, and then we may sneak another surprise or two. And along with that, we've talked about collaborating with Carolina Aviation and streaming with him. And so he said that he will be he will be sleeping in his car Saturday into Sunday. So I guess I could get a queen with 2 beds, and because that's just pretty lazy. So we're going to try and collaborate. I gave him an idea, and it's up to him because I'm cool with it. I told him, I said, he can stream on Saturday, and I'll just assist him. And he can keep, as long as he buys me lunch and picks me up at the hotel, he can keep all the revenue or whatever. So it can be under his name. So I think that would be, what, the 29th? So we'll see if that happens. But I've been talking to him about it, and I said, you can do it on your channel. I could use a day off. I could just be a commentator and educate everyone, and it could be your show. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm supposed to fly to Washington DC on the 26th. Yeah, Melanie, we might just do a stream in BWE. A weird question. What kind of cars do you drive? Well, ideally, I'd like to drive the cars that run and have 4 wheels. I have my truck. It's a Ford Ranger. And then my sister has an old minivan because she had kids for a long time. And now she got rid of them. Now she's an empty nester. So she is a grandmother now. So she lets me borrow her van for long road trips because it gets better mileage than a truck. And also I have a lease. So. You're just tuning into us. This is DFW International Airport. This is Founders Plaza. Apologies on forgetting my tripod. No, this is not. The broadcast is usually not this stationary. But I'm here sweating, so I might as well just deal with it. I have plenty of good stories to tell you, though. All right, UPS is getting ready to roll another 767 winglets, so let's catch them.
American 219 to Duke Tower, caution 1 turbo, my 18 left, line of point. Envoy 3802 at Gulf.
Bummer, Jevin.
Hold short for my 18 left. Holding short 18 left, envoy 3802.
Glenn, what's up? Kerrville. Is that Kerrville, Texas? Kerrville, Texas. Awesome, Glenn. Welcome, welcome. Kerrville is probably hotter than here by just a few degrees. What's up, ERB? I'll remember that, Jevin. There it goes.
2721 east or west.
Yeah, you know, Matt, man, that's that is one of the few places I have not been. Whoops.
commentary 05, slow to final. We are slow to final if we're 3805.
So I probably will check out BWE Mapman. I know they do have the viewing area. I just never got. So when I lived in Long Island for a summer working for Breeze, I made it to Boston, Providence, Hartford, Newark, Philly, JFK, LaGuardia. Just never got to further enough south to BWE, because that was like, I don't know, and it really wasn't that far. It was like an extra 80 miles, but just never got a chance. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, that'd be a great idea, Josh. I have heard that. I didn't realize. I knew it was coming up. I just didn't realize it's tomorrow, so they're doing tomorrow into Saturday. So I'll probably check that out. But yeah, I would love to do 24 hours. I honestly think probably one of the best places to do it is LA. Because you have cargo traffic, so you'd have to be on Imperial Hill, so on the west side of the airport for the cargo traffic from like 12 to 4. But then you start getting arrivals at 5 o'clock and also departures. And see, that's the other nice thing too, Josh, is that because you're on the west coast, you have the red eyes that are taking off at midnight or so, and then you're getting all the first of the morning departures from the East Coast cross country. So DFW is like, I would say, so they do get a fair amount of cargo traffic, and from like 12 to 5. Because when I used to wake up for my dispatcher shifts, I would see like a FedEx or. Now, what I could do, okay, so let me run this idea by you, everybody. Is what I could do is do like a 6 a.m. to midnight stream at DFW, and then drive over to Fort Worth Alliance, where FedEx has one of their cargo hubs, and then stream from like 12 to 3. And then drive back, get some breakfast, and start at like 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock at DFW. Because you'll have arrivals from about 11 to 2, 11 to 3 at the Fort Worth Alliance hub. So there's an option to get around doing that. Topped out at 14 Celsius, Dan. I'm coming to visit you immediately. 14 Celsius sounds fantastic. Perfect, Josh. That's what I'll need. That is exactly what I'll need. But yeah, you could probably do that. You could stream at DFW from about 6 o'clock to, let's say, 11. And then it'll probably take you about 30 minutes to get to Alliance, 45 minutes to get to Alliance. Then you could stream there for about 2-3 hours. Take a break. Get some breakfast, and then do like the morning rush as an example. But just an idea. So good thinking, Josh. Jevin, be happy. I'm already on my second water. Stay hydrated, folks. If it wasn't for these canopies, I honestly don't know if I would stream here for more than, say, 2 hours. So kudos to DFW for putting these canopies over some of the lunch tables, because otherwise this would be a no-go. Bertram, Trinidad, thank you so much. And apologies that I forgot my tripod. That's why, the stream's a little shaky. So my apologies, 1,000 apologies would be the correct word. But I'm going to make it up to you. I have plans to drive to Oklahoma City on Sunday. I think I'll probably that or Wichita. Tom, it depends on the day. I might do Wichita first, and then come back through Oklahoma City, or vice versa. So we'll just look and see what the weather looks like. But I have the van until Tuesday evening. I've got to pick up my sister and her husband. They're arriving back from Florida. So, got to pick them up Tuesday afternoon, evening-ish.
113 on Nav, Delaware, 1 left, up takeoff at Zulu, up takeoff. Alright, Lawrence, clear takeoff, 20 left, Zulu up there.
So you want to hear, okay, so this is going to be Pip's Storycast. And I apologize to my mom for using the word lazy ass in one of my streams, but I figured it rhymed, so it worked. So you want to hear a good story about what happens in operations? So I was talking with my good friend, we'll change his name to Morgan, and Morgan had a flight last night. He was taking over. He came in on a desk doing the graveyard shift as a flight dispatcher for an airline, and apparently one of the flights he had, one of the passengers became unconscious and died. So the crew diverted, I don't know where, he didn't say, but they tried to do CPR and pulmonary resuscitation, and then using a what do you call it, a defibrillator to try and revive him, and unfortunately the passenger passed away. So he had to deal with that, and they swapped out a whole new crew for a passenger who passed away, and they were pretty shook up about it. So stuff like that happens. So we got a Lemonana coming in. Steven, I hope you're doing well. Have you had the surgery yet on the knee? You got a Lemonana A320 Neo. Yeah, there's a couple manufacturers. Oops, keep hitting that button. There are actually a couple manufacturers, Mattman, located in Wichita, so that's going to be fun. I'll educate you a little bit about Wichita when we're there. But Wichita is home to Beechcraft and Cessna and Hawker. So all your Citation jets, all your Beechcraft, they're made there in Wichita. The former Spirit Aerosystems that was bought by Boeing to fix quality control issues is located at McConnell Air Force Base in Wichita. Learjet was founded in Wichita. In addition to that, Bombardier does some of their global manufacturing there in Wichita, if I remember correctly. Now, it has been a couple years since I've been to Wichita, but yeah, it is a hotbed of aviation activity. And I hope that people take the opportunity to go to Wichita, because I think it's a pretty rad city. It's got a river that runs through it, and you know, there's a lot of good jobs there, and it also has a military installation, and the cost of living is pretty low there too. So I'm a big fan of Wichita. What's up, Ramona? Aviation. Tender Aviation, that's a great question, and worthy of one that is an answer. So long story short is I am borrowing my sister's minivan to save money on gas because this is my full-time income, and I'm a fairly new streamer, and quite frankly, you know, the support and the advertising's for a small channel, it's starting off, so I don't have a lot of money to work with, so whatever I can do to save money. So my sister was kind enough to, and the other thing is there's also tollways that you pay. So my sister was kind enough to let me borrow her van for a week as she's out of town. And so my tripod is usually in my truck, right? I always leave it in my truck so that way I never forget it. I lock it up and I never forget it. But since I'm using the van, I grabbed it, brought it in the house, but then didn't bring it to the van. So when I was driving, I forgot it in the van, or in the house. So that's how. So my apologies. They do. It's true, Josh. It's really like a 1% state income tax, Josh. But it's it makes around, the tollways make around getting around DFW a lot easier. So yeah, tender apologies and apologies to everyone tuning in. If you want to support the channel by saying how disappointed you are in me for getting the tripod, you can do that. But yeah, Tom, you're right. It used to be a lot more. A lot of people don't realize that before Boeing moved their production of the 737 to Seattle, it was actually located in Wichita. A lot of people don't know that. But it's now in Seattle. So Boeing and Spirit Aerosystems, the ones who build the fuselages for the Maxes and I also think the Dreamliners, took over that Boeing facility right there at McConnell Air Force Base, if I remember correctly. But Tom's right. You know, Wichita's a pretty awesome city. But yeah, there's not a lot of jobs. Stupid donkey. Yeah, but it doesn't rhyme as well, Matt, man, as a lazy ass broadcast. So, yeah. Remember when we were here last Friday and the lawnmowers were going nonstop when we were here for Breeze? Got to remember that always. Hey, Richard. Richard asks a great question. How many runways are there at DFW? There are, all right, everybody who took the quiz, how many answers, or how many runways are there at DFW? Let's see if anybody can remember. Colin, no, not quite. Oh, really? You have a flight from DFW to RDU, huh? Rohan, good to see you, by the way. I don't know. I have unless there's a runway closure, I'm thinking there's a good possibility you might land on the east side. Depends, Rohan. We were planning to head up to Oklahoma City and Wichita over the weekend, but I might be back by Monday. We'll see. That is correct. 7 runways. The fuselage mostly is in Charleston. Okay. You're right, but I still thought they did some production, but they may have all moved it to Charleston. So yeah, there are 7 runways. Good job, everyone. Tender says 14. I guess technically, Tender, you're right, because their one piece of concrete has 2 runways, but I count it as 1. So there are 7 runways for DFW, 14, I guess, 14 runway combinations. So you could do like 18 right, 36 left is 1 piece of concrete, 18 right, 36 left, 18 left, 36 right is 1 piece of concrete. So yeah, 7 runways. Payathon, I miss Wichita, but I love living in DFW. Go Shocks. Oh, nice. We got a shocker. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, yeah. Yep. Let me share my email. What's up, Maximilian? Well, I'll tell you what's up. I forgot my tripod. So that's why it's just sitting there steady.
Got 457 next Porsche, good. Porsche, good. The tower will be 3313 visual on your right. Oh, 3313 tower, 1 right, clear, lane 11407. Relay 1 now, going 3313.
At gmail.com.
Go sir, 2689 to City Tower, relay 18 left, line up point. 1 left, and line up point, listed to
So they do have, speaking of Renton, AJD, little trivia for you. They added, when they got rid of the 747 line up in Renton, what was it, like a year or two ago? They decided to, what is that? They decided to, having a brain fart here. They decided to add 737 MAX production in replace of the line for the 747. So they have a 737 line in Renton. They have a 737 line in, or Payne. Sorry, I'm confusing you. Sorry, it's pretty hot out here. The 747 was built in Payne. When that was done, they moved another 737 production line up to Payne. They still have one in Renton. There we go. Apologies for the confusion. Richard, great question. Let's count the airlines. All right, so let's list them all, and if I forget one, keep me honest, folks. But Richard, the main airline here is American Airlines. This is their largest hub. This is the third busiest airport in the world, according to the Airports Council International from 2023. So American is the player. This is their home. This is their base. But other airlines that fly here include Alaska Airlines, Delta, United, Spirit, Frontier, Breeze Airways, and then JetBlue, Air Canada, and other international airlines include Volaris, Aeromexico Connect, Viva Aerobus, and then Turkish, Iberia, Lufthansa, British Airways, Qantas, Japan Airlines, Korean Air, Emirates, Qatar, Finnair. And help me out, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm forgetting one or two. Well, Ramona, thanks so much for being a member for 5 months. Great channel. Keep up the great work. Can't wait for you to come to the new Overlook in Charlotte. I can't wait either. And Ramona, I remember you're going July 5th. And I've heard, Ramona, that tends to be quite the busy place. So I would encourage you to get there early because it's been hopping. Everything I've seen, it is a popular place in Charlotte. So Richard, I hope that helps answer your question. Crow, what's up?
4060 connect to trigger day. Or departure on by 4060, yeah. Got 616298 City Tower, my 18 right, clear to left. 18 right, clear to left.
777 is built in Renton, or not Renton. See, I'm going to confuse it. The 777 is built in Payne. So they've got a line for the 777, and they've got a line for the 737 in Payne Field. And they also make the tanker, not only the 767 for cargo, but also for military. Awesome. Good call, Ramona. I love it. Eric, actually, Iceland Air used to fly here, but not anymore. In fact, there was a period when there were 3 airlines that flew to Iceland from DFW. Maybe even 4. I'll tell you the 3 I know. Back in 2018, when I first started dispatching, there were 3 airlines that I knew of that flew to Iceland. There were Iceland Air. There was Iceland Air. There was American, and there was WOW Air. Anybody remember WOW Air with their purple planes, the Barney buses? You guys remember that at all? If this was a Google review, if you guys were going to do a Google review, I understand if you give me 1 star today. So, I will not be offended at all. I accept my punishment. These are great questions. Keep them coming. Yeah, so there was a point where we had 3 airlines at least that flew to Iceland, like as recent as 2018, 2019, and then when COVID hit, WOW went belly up. Iceland pulled out, and American stopped flying to Iceland. Tender A380s will be here in about an hour. So British Airways is scheduled to land here in under an hour with their A380. It's a daily A380. And occasionally we'll actually get Emirates from Houston to divert up here when there's bad weather in Houston. So that's kind of fun. So occasionally we'll get like 2 A380s, which is kind of cool. You know, I mentioned ICT, Crow. I said this, but I'm intending to get up to OKC and Wichita over the weekend, hopefully. So hopefully you'll see something from Wichita Monday or Sunday. So there you go. Ask and you shall receive. What's up, Flair? I know they've Simple Flying has used several clips from me, probably because I gave them such a hard time when they used one of my clips without authorization. So as long as they cite me, you know, technically they should be asking, but as long as they give me attribution, I don't care. But they used a clip one time, didn't ask me nothing. So yeah. I'm famous now. AJD, yeah, Air France is in, Lufthansa is delayed. Finnair, where is Finnair? I didn't see them land. Eric, I haven't seen Play here. I didn't know that. I know that Play flies mostly on the East Coast with their A321s. I haven't seen one that I would be thrilled. I haven't seen one, so maybe it does exist. I just haven't seen one. Solid 4 stars, a little shaky. Fair enough. That is a generous review, a Google review, AJD. So I think I'm okay. This is. If you want to see Pip in DFW, this is probably around the time that I'm going to be here, because the way that the sun, where it's at in the sky, is directly blocked by one of the canopies. So I'll usually do afternoon streams here during the summertime. During the fall and spring and winter, it's not as big a deal, but when it's 93, 94 degrees every day and it's pretty humid, I'm definitely going to conserve. Flair, I know, it's a huge one. Thank you, Richard. That's very kind of you. I can promise you, if you're tuning in now and you're satisfied, it'll only get better, since I forgot the tripod today. Fail mania. But I also want to educate you as well. So yeah, feel free if you have any questions. We talked about our aviation word of the day, and I hope everybody saw the community page of Pip's Planespotting, or Pip Hastings Aviation, the community page you can click on when you go to my homepage of the channel. I actually have 2 photos up close of what a pitot tube looks like. We talked about pitot tubes on Tuesday, and you can see them up close and get a better idea, because we talked about what they do, but it was tough to get a good image close up. So I posted those photos. So those long, skinny missile looking thing that sticks out of the nose of the plane, right below the captain's on the left side, that's a pitot tube. So check that out. Oh, got a Dreamliner mount here. Awesome. Thank you for all the likes. Appreciate everybody for their support and kindness. I am working hard for you, even though I forgot the tripod. I'm still working hard and will continue to do so. Thank you, Tom. Thanks for being a great moderator. And Flair, you know I would love to come to Ottawa. You know I would. In fact, hold on. Let's get this all straightened out. There we go. Flair, you know I would love to come to Ottawa, but it is not cheap to fly to Canada. It's like $300-400, and a lot of that is taxes, actually. So if I came to Canada, what I would do is fly into like Buffalo or maybe Plattsburgh, New York. Probably be Buffalo. And I would rent a car, make sure that they allowed the car in Canada, and then I'd drive from Buffalo up through Hamilton over to Toronto, up to Ottawa, and then over to Montreal, and then down through Burlington, and then drive through New York back to Buffalo is what I would do. Because you're going to probably be renting a car anyways, so I would rather rent in the United States and fly into Buffalo where it's cheaper, and then just do a giant circle around Ontario, Quebec, and then down back through New York. So, would love to though. Oh, Dublin. Cheerio, governor. It's British. Somebody told me, I was listening to a sports radio station today, and one of the hosts was in Dublin last week, and he said the temperature was like in the 60s, and I like just almost like fainted, because I was like, well, I'm living in Dublin. I'm moving to Dublin and living there for the rest of my life. So you think Via Rail? I don't have a problem with that. The AJD, I just don't like using Uber because it really starts to add up. Whereas if you have a car, if you average it out over a day, you can go wherever you want. Uber's great and everything if you don't have a car, but I'm a big fan of mobility, and having a car is big for me. So I would love, and it would be fun to try Via Rail because I never have, but if I did, I would probably do like Toronto to Ottawa, or then up to Montreal or Quebec. Whoa, Eric LeMay, can't wait for Dulles stream. I fly out of Dulles on July 1st. Hey, all right, Eric. Perfect time, and thank you so much for your contribution, $9.99 super chat. That's awesome, Eric. And hopefully we'll get a super stream going with Carolina. So yeah, I'll be there. I will make a note right now. Unless weather is all messed up, Eric, you can count on me. July 1st, make a note, Dulles. Written down. Dulles, July 1st. Thank you, Eric, for your contribution. Very generous. Tender, they 3 o'clock is a little bit busier. Okay. Tender, I'm about to blow your mind. Here, I'm going to help you out. Give me just a second here. 3 o'clock is a little bit lighter into 4. There are 7 runways, and they do space them out pretty often. So on average, I would say on a daily basis, DFW will use 3 and sometimes 4 runways for arrivals alone. So that's close to 50%. So they are spread out. DFW is also the second biggest airport as far as land use in the entire United States behind Denver. So those arrivals are spread out quite a distance. But I'm going to give you a little inside air information that you won't find anywhere else. So unless you're a dispatcher or pilot, or you're just a aviation whiz, you probably have never seen this website before. So I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to give you the link, and I want you to click on it because you get a better idea of how many arrivals there are each hour. And I think those of you who are PIPS Plane Spotting Pals veterans, you know which website I'm going to. So I'm going to go. All right. So give me just a minute here, Tender. Yeah, it's amazing to think, Richard, the pitot tube's been around for so long. That's crazy. All right, so. Flare. Okay, so this is the website I want you to look at, Tender, and everybody else. I've brought this website up before, but this website, the link I'm giving you is a direct link, should be to DFW's arrival rate. All right? The times are in Zulu, and this website will give you how many arrivals they expect in those Zulu hours. So, for example, I'm going to click on the link and see what comes up. Yes, I want to leave YouTube. Okay, so it's going to give me an arrival demand chart. And what I want to do under the arrival, select airport drop-down menu, I want to go down and I want to select DFW or DFW. I want to select that airport, and once I do, it's going to give me the arrival rate for DFW. So current Zulu time is 21:15 Zulu. It even tells you what the current Zulu time is. So if you look at the current Zulu time, Tender Aviation and everybody else, you'll see that this hour there are only 50 arrivals into DFW, which is a very, very light amount. Hold that thought. I've got Viva Aerobus. All right, Viva with the A321neo. So that website is going to give you the arrival rate. So if you look at the 2100 hour Zulu, you only show 50 arrivals into DFW. But if you look at standby, but if you look at the following hour at 2200, DFW is expecting 100, so double. So they're expecting 100 arrivals in the next, once they hit 5 o'clock, all right? So does that make sense? So there's a little insider tip from your old friend Pip Hastings, the former flight dispatcher. That way you can see, this is a nice tool to have if you want to go spotting and you want to see more arrivals. So that'll tell you how many they're expecting. So use it, and enjoy it. I hope that's helpful. All right, see you later, Delta Alpha Lima. It doesn't even have Little Rock listed. All right, Flair, we'll see you later. Well, Flair, I look forward to getting up to Ottawa eventually. So yeah, the next hour is going to be extremely busy as far as arrivals. But again, that's going to be spread out over 3, potentially 4 runways. But just keep that in mind. Now, there are certain airplanes that have to land on this side of the airport. One of those is the A380 because it's so big. My understanding is it can't cross the bridge to the other side. So it has to land and it has to take off on this side. Yep, exactly, Tender. Excellent work. Well, my apologies for Little Rock and being Little Rock and FSD being not on the list. Well, Colin, to be fair, Richard, he was right. It was several hundred years ago, but yes. So don't feel afraid to ever ask a question. And if you have some additional information, I don't think it's necessary to say somebody is wrong. To say you're on the right track. But here's some additional information that might be helpful. We want this to be a good place for questions and answers. So, but the pitot tube is very old. That much I do know. Delta Alpha Lima, I'm going to start timing you out if you start complaining about why Sioux Falls isn't listed on the airport as an airport. You sound almost as bad as DFW sometimes. Come on. I expect better from a red coat. And then AJD just pours some salt into the wound and says they have Toledo Express. Oh, I feel bad now. Delta Alpha Lima, I love you, and I can't wait to do our 10,000th subscriber show, 10,000 subscriber show up at FSD. It's true. So thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. Most importantly, I want to thank each of our moderators who are on the show. Delta Alpha Lima, I see you, Tom, ERB. I see you fine people down there. Thank you for the time that you give, AJD. I don't know, AJD, I haven't made you a moderator. I think you would be a great moderator. Are you comfortable being a moderator, AJD? Colin, of course. Man, Eric, I'm excited. Hopefully we'll catch you there at Dulles. I think I'll probably we'll hang out at the parking garage because that's usually probably the best spot. And but granted, that only covers a couple of runways, so it just depends. So you got to be careful. But yeah, thank you, Colin. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Delta Alpha Lima. All right. We'll make AJD, we will make you a moderator. Can do. You're a nice gentleman and a smart man, and you will be a moderator. So what did we say? I think Matt said, or somebody said it was currently 93 degrees, 94 degrees here at DFW. It's also pretty humid. So there's that too. T. Evans, NC, great to see you. Congratulations, of course, to AJD. You guys and gals are doing the Lord's work. You know what would be cool? Tom and AJD, since you guys are both in GIS, I definitely could use you when I start my new airline. So, oh, and you had a question about Air France earlier. I see Air France blocking out, so we should see them shortly. Tender says go back to Denver. All right, Tender, I think I can make that happen, but any financial support you can offer, I'm sure appreciative. It's of course not mandatory, but these trips do cost money, so appreciate everybody's support. United Airbus. But Tender, I think going back to Denver is, I can make that happen for you. I can make that happen. Denver is not too much of a stretch. Hey, what's up, John Southwell? Good to see you. Hope construction is rocking. How's the house business? So, I have a question for you Pip Pals, our friends. And by the way, you can join the Pip Pals Club for just 99 cents, get the full coveted suite of emojis, and support the channel at the same time. That's right, I said 99 cents a month. That is cheaper than the athletic membership. Thank you, T. Evans and C, for gifting a membership to John Southwell. Congratulations. 87 likes. Thanks, Dreamweaver. What's up, Carolina? See, there's Carolina right there. Carolina, so are we going to make this happen on the Saturday, the 29th? Are we going to, we're going to do your show. We'll make it like a super stream. You can use my equipment, and then I can just kind of like do nothing while you sleep in your car. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Delta A320 right there. Sorry. I always hit that button when I put the camera down. Did you say AJD? Oh, Tom. Staying cool here in... Tom, you're saying it's over 100 there in Garden City? Holy crap, man. So I made the tough decision that I'm going to have to move from DFW for the summer. I'm going to move to Bozeman. Or West Yellowstone, Montana. Because it's brutal. And Tom knows it, AJD knows it, Carolina knows it, anybody in the South or the heartland like Oklahoma, even Delta Alpha Lima, it gets really hot in the middle part of the country. And so I've decided next year I'm going to move to Bozeman, Montana. I remember when we did the live stream from Bozeman, actually last year, I went to the Taco Bell and they were offering $20 to start. I was really close. I was like, sold. But I had a job at the time, so. Yeah, let's see if we can hit 100, Mattman. Awesome. And Mattman, yeah, I respond to your progressive lens vision comment, but yeah, I ordered the progressive lenses. My left eye is like solid 20/20. My right eye is like a solid train wreck. It's like 20/80.
1103, caution white turbulence, 5.5 to trail of a heavy MD 11, runway 18 right, clear to land. Clear to land, 18 right. American 2136. Thank you, American 2136 station. We expect to be a heavy during modern party parallel.
All right, good news for you. We got Air France 787 made its way from RDU last night to Carolina, from Carolina today, from Carolina last night to DFW today. Yeah, Dan, I will gladly. Dan, do you have an extra room I could rent from you in Leicester? I'll be glad to pay you top dollar or top pound. But we've got Air France. Oh, uh-oh, Colin. I got Air France here. I got an MD-11. There you go, Colin. MD-11. I'm guessing this one's from Louisville. I don't have flight radar up, so apologies.
Yes, Rob, just making sure you're ready for departure. We are ready for departure at 59. Okay, thank you.
Whoa, Tom! Thank you so much, Tom, for your contribution. My gosh, thank you so much. $10 super chat? Yeah, I apologize. Tripod. I should be tased, actually. And it's not, so thank you so much, Tom. That's true, Caroline. I forgot that. They switched over to the A350. Ramona says, Tri-Jet, yes. Yes. The Marv Albert. I will gladly take it, Dan Reeves. I've never seen those in person. So, Dan, actually, this is a good time to tell you about our 20,000 subscriber special. So I made a deal about a month ago that said that if we can hit 10,000 subscribers by October 19th, I would do a 10,000 subscriber show in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, because Delta Alpha Lima keeps begging me to do a show in South Dakota. But the 20,000 subscriber show is going to be in Europe. So we're going to go all over the UK, I think, for 20,000 subscribers. So if I can afford it, then we're going to book it. It's for our 20,000 subscriber special. Once we hit 20,000 subscribers. Going to Paris. Bonjour. Marco says 96 on Thursday. How lovely. Well, thank you, Dan. I think I have to give credit. We have a lovely UK and contingent here on the show, and they've definitely helped educate me. And I try and do a lot. So thank you, Dan. Oh, well, thank you so much, Ramona. Appreciate that. $10 super chat for your CLT trip fund. Thank you, Ramona. I will mark that down for Charlotte. Very kind of you, Ramona. What generosity. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Rachel? Thank you so much, Ramona. Very generous of you. I want to thank our contributors already. Eric LeMay, Ramona Aviation, Tom Marchant, Tony Servati. Also, Tom renewing his membership. First class baby. Yeah, Carolina, I have actually seen the new Overlook. I'm very excited to get there, and I mentioned to Ramona earlier that we need to get there early if we're going to get a spot. So if I come to Charlotte, I'm definitely going to wake up at 5 a.m. to get there. I'm just waiting for you, Carolina, to do your first broadcast from the Overlook. Amen to that, Rachel. Oh, nice, AJD. That's what I like to hear. You'll have to give me an official scouting report. You'll have to give me an official scouting report, AJD. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water. Excuse me, everyone. There's the king! Almost missed it. There it is.
Circle land, 20 right, American, 128
Man, thank you for the $3 ICT fund. Thank you. Appreciate your contribution, Man. Shout out to you and the greatest city in the world, Chicago. Actually, Roselle is the greatest city in the world. Roselle, Illinois. Okay, Delta Alpha Lima, we'll see you again. Well, I'm glad I got back to my seat before I grabbed that water. Just in time. Almost missed out on that butte. So the question is, do we have any A380s? And there you go. So we get British Airways once a day. If Emirates, which flies to Houston, which is about 280 miles away, Houston, Texas, gets the A380 for Emirates. So sometimes Emirates will divert here, and sometimes British Airways will divert to Houston. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. What? Why are you being so stubborn? There we go. I'll see if I can pan left for you. Yeah, without the tripod, I will do my best. Tender? Sure. All right, Tom, thanks so much. Yeah, Tom, we'll definitely let you know the weekend plans. Thank you so much for your contribution, your 4 months of membership, and your moderation. You're moderating in moderation. Thank you, Tom. Stay cool, as we all will try. You're a great guy, and continued success with the GIS and Papa John's delivery. So thank you so much, Tom. We'll see you again, my friend. 128 Heavy. I believe this beauty is from Shanghai. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing, as we're about 15 minutes shy of 5 o'clock. If you haven't yet, don't be shy, say hi. This is Pip's Planespotting Live without a tripod because Pip forgot it. So, apologies. Absolutely. You bet I am, Carolina. Eric LeMay said he was departing on, so I'll be at Dulles a couple times. But yeah, Carolina, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for the super shows, so nothing short of illness or cancellation could stop this show from rolling. So, yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm excited to see also Play as well from Iceland. I've never seen Play before, so this will be fun for me. You guys, by the way, did you see the short I did for by the way, did you see the short I did of Condor? We saw them 3 times in San Francisco. In fact, you know what? ERB, you might have missed it, so I'm going to get that video for you. Stand by. I know you probably are missing out on it, so I don't want you to miss that. So let me get that for you here shortly. I'll just grab the link. So thanks everybody who's tuning in and liking and subscribing. Thanks so much to everyone. If you haven't yet, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, like and subscribe. And consider subscribing and supporting the channel on where you'd like to see me travel to next. Because we do like to give people what they want. So I will do my best. Where is my Condor video? I know ERB is a big fan, and AJD also of Condor, so I don't want them to miss out on this video I've made. Where is it? No, it's not that far back. This is really important that I share it with them, because I don't want them to miss out on it. Oh, there it is. I've got it. Only 407 views. That's unacceptable. We got to get those views up, folks. Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much. Awesome, we're at 100 likes. Thanks so much, everyone. Springfield Capital. Awesome, Jonathan. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. And usually, if you enjoy it, you'll enjoy it a lot more when I actually have a tripod. So I forgot my tripod at home, so I apologize in advance. But we do try and stream from DFW area locations, airports, about 4 or 5 times a week. Tuesday night we were at Love Field, and today we're at DFW International Airport. Excellent, Dan. That's what I like to hear. Ah, nice, Eric. I appreciate the generosity. Springfield Capital Stream. Which Springfield are we talking about? Springfield, Illinois, AJD? Oh man, this is so much fun. ERB and AJD actually despise Condor. Not the airline, just the livery. Eric, I think there's an issue with the red one that it can't come over to the United States because it has similar striping to, I don't know the ILS, but I can't remember what the reasoning is, but I can understand that because in aviation, red and white stripes are used for a lot in aviation in the United States, is what I heard. Springfield and XNA, yeah, we can do that too, man. If I had more time, I probably would, instead of just Oklahoma City and Wichita. Or that might be an alternate airport if the weather's bad in Wichita. They're not that far away. Cool thing about XNA is, of course, it's the home to Walmart and Tyson Chicken and Springfield. Springfield's a nice little town in Missouri. It's like 150,000 people, and a lot of different companies there. Bass Pro Shops, also Prime Trucking. Oh, we got a flying pencil. Is it solid red? Oh, you do? Excellent. Okay, Eric, that's good to know. Man, car wash, I would love to. I think that was our 50, that is our 50,000 subscriber special. Car wash is St. Martin. That's our 50,000 subscriber special. So once we hit 50,000 subscribers, car wash, we will go to St. Martin. So yeah. You know what? I'm going to leave it like that. There we go. Fair enough, Ramona. All right, so if Tender Aviation is still on here, remember 5 o'clock is a big departure hour here, or not departure, excuse me, arrival hour. DFW is expecting about, what was it, 100 arrivals this hour? So thank you so much for everybody liking and subscribing. We have a goal. We have really 3 goals. We're trying to raise $1,000 for the month of June, July, and August so that we can help with travels and support the channel, because I want to entertain and educate each one of you. The next goal is average 60 likes per hour, so make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And the third one is to hit 10,000 subscribers by October 19th, which will be my 43rd birthday. So if you like what you see, I encourage you to subscribe because it's free, and liking is also free. I am glad to hear that, Rachel. That is great news. That is fantastic. That is wonderful news, Rachel. I gotta put this up a little bit higher so you can see the planes. Mattman, so I have a question for you. How many times to Portillo's can you commit to going when I'm in Chicago? At least 3 is the correct answer. Even though we do have Portillo's down here. So I guess it's not as big a deal as it used to be. When I was younger and I was at school, the first 2 places we would always go to. So I went for my college degree is in journalism, and so I have a bachelor's degree in journalism, and I went to school in Utah, and the first 2 places I would always request we would go for dinner is, what is this, Lufthansa landing on the left side? That is unacceptable. There's Lufthansa, Lufty. AJD's favorite word is Lufty too. The A340 going to the east side.
Clear across 18 left, Fox Alpha 0.65 on the bridge. I'm going up 2011. The American 2986, the Whiskey Lima across 20 left, copy ground 0.85. Whiskey Lima across 20 left, ground 0.85.
Carol, hello from Virginia. Well, Virginia is for lovers, and so Carol, you must be a great humanitarian and a very kind person. So hello from Virginia. We're actually, I'll actually be flying out to Virginia June 26th through July 2nd. We'll be trying to live stream. I've never live streamed before at Washington Reagan or Dulles. I know Carolina had Dulles and it was kind of an issue. I've never done Washington Reagan. So it could go off very well or it could be an issue. So you kind of take a chance every time you're on the road. So hopefully, knock on wood, everything go well. But yeah, we'll be out in Virginia and Maryland from June 22nd through July, or June 26th through July 2nd, excuse me. So welcome in, Carol. Great to see you. Oh, nice, Carol. Closer to Dulles. Perfect. Well, yeah, you'll be in great shape. I love Dulles. So I always stay out there in Chantilly. And you know the cool thing, finally, Carol, as you well know, this will be my first time in DC since 2018. So first time since 2018, and I have not used the Silver Line yet all the way out to Dulles. So that is pretty exciting. So I may have to use it once or twice. That's a big deal. Like, it was years behind schedule, so it's a big deal. Thank you very much, AJD. That's true, we will have 2 Wi-Fi providers. That is exactly correct, Carolina. So I'll be flying nonstop on Think Southwest, and we will be flying in to Washington Reagan, right along the Potomac. So knock on wood, everything goes well with that. I really don't want to get a car the first night, but I also don't want to pay. Like when you stay out in Dulles, it's way cheaper than staying in Arlington or Crystal City. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in Crystal City the first night or if I'm going to get out to Dulles. I haven't decided yet. Whoa, Car Wash Channel, thanks so much for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, Carol, I'm excited to be back, and I'm excited. Yeah, I'm sure I'll like the silver. I can't tell you how many times I had been to DC about 4 times between 2013 and 2018, and I kept waiting for the Silver Line to be done. So I'm very excited. Thank you very much, Car Wash. What is the hottest airport I've been to? Honestly, probably DFW. DFW. Yeah, DFW. Because I try, and Car Wash, I actually try and avoid the heat. So I try and go to the airports when it's not hot. So it is I make it an active, I don't know what you call it, an active, sorry. I try hard to avoid the heat. That's the question. So DFW would probably be the hottest one. I think the hottest show I ever did was probably last year in August. It was 97 in Dallas. That day I wore long pants. I wore long sleeves. I had a big old hat, not like a sombrero. I don't know what you call them. But when you go fishing, or when you're in the military. But I had a big old hat, long sleeves, long shirt. I even wore gloves so my hands wouldn't sunburn. So, yep. Oh, Gainesville, okay. Live in Sterling, yeah. Right on, very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you, Carol. Awesome. Oh, we got a Lemonana in the house. Flying bananas, you like to call them? Another A320neo.
American 20 Heavy, got your release runway 18 left, line of way. We're waiting on conversion runway traffic as well.
All right, so we got a 777 getting ready to take off here. We do see a good fair bit amount of Dreamliners and 777s.
2519 departing.
L4R3, yeah, the old Spirit Airlines, great to see ya. Well, we compromised, Josh, because some people wanted a lemon and a banana, so we combined the two. We combined the two in an act of bipartisan support. Hey, Xavier, I'm doing well. How are you? Good to see ya. Getting ready for this 777 to take off. Now, I have thought about going, car wash, back to your question, the hottest airport I've ever live streamed at. I have thought about going to Phoenix, but not anytime soon. What's the coldest airport? Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Car wash, appreciate you. Thank you for your support. The coldest airport. Now this, I could go off of a lot of airports. So give me just a second. Let's take off. Let's get this 777 in the air, and I will be glad to answer.
American 20 Heavy on departure, turn left heading of 160, climb maintain 10,000, 18 left, clear for takeoff. Alright, 160 heading, takeoff, 10,000. Got the 326, check on the way to the party, heavy 18 left,
Oh, there's Finnair.
American 1322, we did get our numbers. Alright, 1322, you said you're ready? Affirmative. Thank you. On the 4095 at Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, and then contact ground point 85, traffic will hold in position. Alright, at Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, and then ground to the side on 145.
All right. Okay, so car wash, your question, the coldest airport. Let me put the camera down here so I can answer for you. I also need to get some water because I got to stay hydrated today, of course, it being a, as you guys and gals know, a very warm day across much of the United States. Coldest airport, Salt Lake was one of them. The other airport that was probably the coldest was Denver, and it was like in March. And I thought I was gonna die because it was 24 degrees and the wind started picking up. It was, winds were like 320 at 15, gusting to 20. It was miserable. So I would probably say a toss-up between Salt Lake City and Denver car wash. So I would say the temperature was in the mid-20s. So, yep. Excuse me while I grab water. Bay Plains, nice stream to you over there in San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in. And hey, how about a 747 from ANA Cargo? Hey, I remember that summer, AJD. Granted, I was a 13-year-old at the pool every day, so I think I didn't matter as much. But I remember that summer. It was like everybody was dying in Chicago. I think 800 people died who didn't have adequate cooling mechanisms. So, AJD, the Lufthansa actually landed on the east side of the airport. The A340 from Frankfurt was about 2.5 hours delayed, so it just blocked in a short time ago. All right, I'm going to put the camera down for a second. Don't worry. I think it's a lot better than just watching a 747 not move at all, especially tripodless, thanks to our fearless leader, Pip. Oops. So when the 747 gets into position or taxis off, I will ensure that we get that departure. Yeah, so I'm kind of surprised they didn't come on the arrive on the east side, but they're only, if you want to take a bet, there's really only 1 or 2 planes that you will probably always see arrive that are international on the west side here. And those planes are the A380 from British Airways will always land on this side. I have never, ever, ever seen Qantas land on the east side because it usually arrives from Melbourne to Sydney, so it comes up from the south. And so it takes the southwest corner post and then makes a right turn over Lake Louisville for runway 18 right. And Japan Airlines and Korean Air are probably about the only other airplanes you can 100% guarantee that they'll arrive on the east side. Everything else is up in the air, especially your European arrivals. They do like to land on the west side here because the international terminal D is on the west side. Oh, battery change. Stand by.
On departure, turn right, heading 190, climb maintain 10,000, 18 left, clear, take off. Over 0906, DFW, turn 18 left, line, boy, cross, okay. Away from 1006. 3665, we work it. 665, sure. 665, right, heading, Golf 8, hold short, 18 left, it won't be long. Golf 8, hold short, 18 left, American 665. Tower 6347, visual 18 right. Scout 6347, Tower 18 right, clear land with 2005.
So that 747 is still waiting to depart there. The All Nippon Cargo 787-8. Thank you, Kevin Kelly, for that update. Good to see you, by the way. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate your support as always as a member of First Class Baby or Ultimate Economy.
2439, actually Alpha, cross point left over the bridge, ground point 65 on top.
DW, what's up? I hope you're enjoying the best broadcast ever without a tripod. If there was a category for Academy Award for filming without a tripod, that would be me. So, yeah, I would win the award for that. That would be me. DW still down in Houston sweating like the rest of us here in the great state of Texas? All right, so our 747-8 is actually moving. So looks like we should have them departing shortly after this E-175. Oh, absolutely, Dan. I would love to. I'd love to do Tokyo Haneda just because it's right on the bay there and right in downtown. So yeah, for sure. And then Incheon has a viewing area in Seoul, and got a friend here, Eminem Planespotting on YouTube. He's actually moving to Cambodia, Phnom Penh, in about 2 months, I think, in August. So I'm looking forward to him. But yeah, what's up, Christian? Flying through DFW? Excellent, dude. We'll have to catch you. Nice, DW, going home to the breezes. Hey, what's up, LC? Great to see you. Yep, AJD's been made a mod. Apologize, I did forget my tripod today, everyone. So this is the, we'll just call this the first broadcast for Pip's Planespotting Live, even though it's episode 181 technically. But Dan, yeah, Haneda would be top on the list. Kai-Tak, or excuse me, Kai-Tak's dead. But New Hong Kong Airport. Kansai Airport in Osaka is high on the list. Taipei's Taiwan is high on the list, and then probably Sydney and Melbourne. What's up, Robert? So I mean, right there, I just listed 10 in Asia and the Pacific. So yeah, there are a lot on my list. Thanks, DW. Let's see where Ops is at today, Christian. I saw him a little while ago, and they got some new. They've gotten some new trucks, some new Silverados that are pretty big. What's the word I would use? Tricked out. There we go. So I'll keep an eye on them. I don't see any right now, but I'll keep an eye out for them, Christian. And you can see the numbers on them really well. It's like a 9,000 series on the side. So every truck has a number, and it's like 9,000. Manila would be super interesting. And you know what, man, I've got a First Officer Mark. He actually is fluent in Tagalog. Also my nephew, because they serve their missions in the Philippines. So if I went to Manila, I would definitely bring along Mark if I could. First Officer Mark. Singapore is an excellent choice. Good choice, DW. I would want to stay at the hotel that's got the infinity pool. I forgot what that's called, but it's like 40 stories up, and it's amazing. All right, 747-8 headed off, ready to roll full length. Guam's a good one. And you could get there with United from Honolulu, so that's fairly easy to get to, AJD. Yeah, oh, you think, yeah. It just like, I would love to go there. Just 40 stories up, it would be wild. DW would be wild.